Last night, I was getting out of an Uber when my phone buzzed with a Shams notification. Like many of you, my first thought was his account got hacked. My second thought was to check if I was following a parody account. But this is real. Luka Dončić, a 25-year-old MVP candidate who just led Dallas to the NBA Finals, has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. Having spent time in the Mavs organization during their scouting of Luka, this seems impossible. But here we are. The Dallas Mavericks have traded Luka Dončić to the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm your host Kyle, and welcome to Basketball Business, where we uncovered the money moves behind the hardwood. Let's break down how a 25-year-old MVP candidate who just led Dallas to the finals gets traded for a 31-year-old Anthony Davis and one first-round pick. Again, I want to be crystal clear about what just happened because this is the most shocked I've been in my time following the NBA. The Dallas Mavericks traded a 25-year-old, five-time All-NBA first-team selection who just led them to the finals for a 31-year-old Anthony Davis and one first-round pick. For context, the Timberwolves gave up 4 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert. The official narrative focuses on Luka's conditioning, with reports he was approaching 270 pounds. But trading a generational talent over weight concerns feels like ordering a salad at a steakhouse. It misses the point entirely. Seriously, you have a GOAT potential player, and your solution is to trade him instead of, hire a nutritionist? Give him Ozempic. Get him the David Goggins training regime. That fat Slovenian just ran for the entire Western Conference on one leg to reach the finals. Instead of investing in world-class dietary and conditioning staff for your franchise cornerstone, you trade him to the Lakers for a player nicknamed Street Clothes? The man they acquired to solve their defensive concerns is literally out with an injury as we speak. Now, there are whispers of deeper machinations at play.
You may be an open book, SpongeBob, but I'm a bit more complicated than that. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
The Adelson family, who bought the team from Mark Cuban, owns the Las Vegas Sands casino empire. Some speculate this trade could be step one in building leverage for a new arena deal, or even, in the darkest timeline, creating conditions to relocate. For a trade this crazy, one can only think there's collusion at play. But that's conspiracy territory better left for Twitter threads. What's undeniable is the financial calculus behind this decision. Let's dive into the numbers because they reveal the true story. First, the Luka implications. By being traded before signing his next extension, Dončić loses access to the supermax contract, a staggering $117 million reduction in potential earnings. He goes from being eligible for a 5-year, $345 million deal with Dallas to a maximum 4-year, $228 million contract with the Lakers. But here's where it gets interesting. Luka might actually play this to his advantage. The smart move will be signing a shorter deal that gets him to 10 years of service time. At that point, he gets signed an even more lucrative $418 million contract with the Lakers, potentially making up some of that lost supermax money. There's also the tax factor to consider, and not luxury tax. Moving from Texas, which has no state income tax, to California's highest in the nation tax rates will take another bite out of Luka's earnings. While half his games will still be played and taxed in other states, the difference between playing home games in Dallas versus Los Angeles is significant. For Dallas, this move creates immediate financial flexibility. They slip $628,000 under the luxury tax line, a seemingly small number until you factor in the multiplier effect of luxury tax penalties. More importantly, they avoid committing to the largest contract in NBA history right as they're trying to navigate complex arena negotiations. And the Lakers? They emerge as the ultimate beneficiaries. Not only do they acquire a generational talent, but they get him at an extreme discount. Because Luka can no longer sign a supermax, Los Angeles saves approximately $8.5 million annually on his next contract. That's creating crucial flexibility as they build towards a post-LeBron future. This trade's construction required surgical precision, with both teams over the first apron. Dallas GM Nico Harrison and Lakers GM Rob Pelinka had to structure the deal perfectly to satisfy CBA requirements. The first conversation happened on January 7th when the Lakers were in Dallas. A coffee meeting that started with, "Hey, would you ever?" and ended with one of the most lopsided trades in NBA history. But here's what's truly mind-boggling. Dallas never shopped Luka to any other teams. Think about the potential packages they could have explored. The Thunder could have offered up to 8 first-round picks, plus a bunch of young talent. The Rockets could have built a package around Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., and 4 first-round picks. The Spurs, imagining Luka paired with Wembanyama, would have backed up the proverbial Brinks truck. And even their final opponents in Boston could have offered Jaylen Brown and their entire draft future to Dallas. Instead, public enemy number 1, Nico Harrison, worked exclusively with his old Nike colleague Rob Pelinka, keeping the deal so quiet that even LeBron James and Anthony Davis had no idea it was happening. Once they got final approval from the owners, they pulled the trigger. One league insider described it this way: "The phone kept ringing with the same tip all week. The Mavericks are doing something big. Teams were calling me presuming I knew. No one knew because they only called the Lakers." Just for some perspective on this return, the Nets received 5 first-round picks for 28-year-old, 0-time All-Star Mikal Bridges. The Dallas Mavericks got 1 first-round pick for a 25-year-old generational talent who just led them to the NBA Finals. The on-court basketball implications are fascinating, to say the least. The Mavericks are betting that Anthony Davis's elite two-way play puts them in a better position for championship contention than Luka's offensive wizardry. It's a radical philosophical shift, from having the most unstoppable offensive engine in basketball to building around elite defensive versatility. But here's what makes this truly mind-boggling. Dallas reached the finals with Luka averaging 33.9 points, 9.8 assists, and 9.2 rebounds. Those are numbers that put him in the conversation with legends like Oscar Robertson and LeBron James. And they traded him for a 31-year-old who'd played more than 62 games just once in the last 5 seasons. And the Lakers, meanwhile, they secure their post-LeBron future with a player who's already made 5 consecutive All-NBA first teams. When the Mavericks placed Dirk Nowitzki's statue outside their arena, they inscribed, "Loyalty never fades away." 2 years later, they faded their loyal generational talent to the Lakers. The implications here are seismic, particularly for the Lakers' seemingly supernatural ability to acquire superstars. Think about their history. They got Kareem in his prime, Shaq in free agency, orchestrated the Paul Gasol fleece, signed LeBron, traded for AD, and now they've landed Luka. It's like they're playing 2K with cheat codes enabled.
I am inevitable.
For Dallas, this will fundamentally reshape their franchise trajectory. They've gone from having a 25-year-old face of the NBA who embraced their city to betting on a veteran core while navigating complex arena politics. More broadly, this trade signals how the modern NBA's financial pressures can trump even the most obvious basketball decisions. When $345 million contracts intersect with billion-dollar arena ambitions, sometimes the unthinkable becomes inevitable. Thanks for watching this breakdown of basketball's most shocking trade ever. If you enjoyed or learned something new, please like and subscribe for more content analyzing the business of basketball. Let me know your thoughts on this blockbuster of all blockbuster trades in the comments below. Until next time, this is Kyle with Basketball Business.